Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are making a cheesecake. It was requested by the person standing next to me, my nephew. He said to me, "Auntie, I have not had your cheesecake in a long time. I am really craving it." He was visiting for the holidays. So I said, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna let you make it. I'm gonna stand there and direct you on what you should do. And yeah, he did it. He was happy. I said, "Can you try it at home by yourself?" He said, "No." I'm gonna refer back to this video. Anyway, he enjoyed it. He loved it. So we're starting with some tennis biscuits and some butter. So we're just mixing the two together. If these were biscuits without sweetness, then you could add some sugar to it. But because it's tennis biscuits and they're already sweet, you can just go right ahead and just mix it with butter and bake it in the oven. So the reason that we bake it in the oven is so that it can set before we add the batter in it. So just bake it for 5 to 8 minutes. It depends on your oven. Mine was 5 minutes. And I used a small cake tin for this, but you can also double the recipe if you want to make a bigger cheesecake for a bigger family. Now we just batter the pan so that it's easy for the cheesecake to disassemble, if that's the word. Yes, when you're taking it out the next day, then it will be easier. So just butter everywhere. You can also use the cooking spray, but I didn't have it, so I used the butter and it was just as fine. So just butter all around the pan, at the bottom, in every corner or circle. I don't know. Now we just put our biscuit in the pan. You can also use your hand to spread it around so that it's sitting there nicely and it doesn't come out. So you can use your spoon, you can use a fork, or you can use your hands, your fingers. So you can also put it to the side all the way to the top if that's what you want. But this was good. Look at that. It's all sitting together. Now we put it in the oven, preheated oven. And then we're gonna just let it cool before we start the rest of the cake. We start with some sugar. And I've also done it with some honey and it was also good. There's some butter. Yeah, first time on the video. He forgot the spatula. But anyway, there's some cream cheese. This was full fat cream cheese, but you can also use the medium spread cream cheese. It will be nice and creamy. It's just the medium one has got a bit of water, as the full fat is just creamy all the way. But the medium one is also cheaper than the full fat. But I've used it many times and it was fine. So now we're just mixing our sugar, our butter, and our cream cheese until everything is well incorporated. And we continue with the process. I'm used to be the one that's doing it, so, you know, letting somebody else do it was a bit fun. That's what I can say. There's some eggs, but I needed to be in the video so that I can, show him. If there was a mistake, I will be there to help than if I was behind the scenes. And the egg decided to do its own thing. He had said, put one egg at a time, but I forgot. But that's how we learn. Because if you just put all the eggs at the same time, they sit at the bottom of the pan, of the bowl, and then when you think you're done mixing, then you see this like white egg whites just like lingering, and it's not a nice sight. So just put one at a time and beat it nicely, and then put the next one and continue the process until all the eggs are well incorporated. Now we just wait for them to, and then you just increase so that you make sure that all the eggs are nice and gathered together with the rest of the ingredients. It's very, very important because there isn't flour in here, so you need to actually make sure that everything is mixed so well. Otherwise, it's just a runny mess everywhere, and your cheesecake doesn't come out so well. Now we just mix at the bottom to make sure that there is nothing that is stuck there, and then we continue with the process. You do not want to check this at the end when you think, okay, now I'm done, it's ready for the oven, because you'll be so disappointed. So keep stopping and scraping the bottom and the sides as well. So just increase the speed for a few seconds, and then we'll lower it down again. This is sour cream. So in my other video, I did the amasi video, and then I was taking out the sour cream. So this is the sour cream that I'm using here. Instead of going and buying sour cream, I get so many things in one with that video. So I'm going to link it so you can go and check it out as well. Even if you're not gonna make the amasi or anything like that, you can still watch it. It's a nice video. And this is some cornstarch, and as I mentioned, you can double this recipe and then you can make a bigger cheesecake for a bigger family, because you don't need to have a giant slice of a cheesecake. You just need to have enough. But if you're not a lot at home, then this is perfect. So this can actually feed 6 people. And this is my homemade vanilla. If you remember my vanilla video, I said I was gonna leave it from last year September to this year September, which we only have 2 months to go, and my vanilla is gonna be 1 year old. So I'm gonna do an update on that. But yes, this is my homemade vanilla. I'll also link the video if you wanna go check it out, if you want to try your own vanilla at home. It has been a nice experience. Now there is our base with the tennis biscuits. You can also use crackers, as I mentioned, or Provita, and it works. I did the Provita for the healthy people, and it was good. I didn't even add some sugar to it. I just left it savory, but then the cake is the one that was sweet, so it balanced each other nicely. So maybe I will do the sugar-free cheesecake at some point. The video, I mean. So I'm just telling him that make sure that everything at the bottom is all mixed together nicely before you pour it into the pan. Look at that, looks like a custard. Gorgeous. I'm telling him, show the camera what you're doing. We are in front of the camera, we need to show the people. It was an experience for him, but he was happy because he got to have his cheesecake that he's been asking for. And he had so many ideas of, Auntie, can we do this dessert? Can we do this dessert? I'm like, no, you can't have dessert every day. That's not good. There we go. Look at that. Now we just take it to the oven. And this is hot water that we put at the bottom. I know some people do a bath that they put the cheesecake wrapped in foil inside the water, but I prefer to do it like this because the water already steams the oven nicely, which is what the cheesecake wants, so that it doesn't crack, and it wants to be baked in a steamy oven. So this works just as well, but make sure the water is hot before you put it in the oven, and then bake it for 45 minutes. And then check it out. It still needs to have, as much as it will be brown on top, it still needs to have like a really nice jiggle on it. So this is perfect. Now we just let it sit on the room temperature until it cools down, and then we put it in the oven. I mean in the fridge, sorry. Put it in the fridge overnight. So I didn't let them talk here or put the volume because there was a song that was playing in the background and I did not want copyright issues. So I'm just typing what they're saying. Now the next day, the people were waiting impatiently for this cake. So we're just going to loosen the sides before we do anything else, because if you just open it, it might actually just crack. It's a delicate cake. Cheesecake is a very, very delicate cake. I saw somebody did a brie cheesecake. I don't think I'm gonna try it because brie is quite strong, but the person looked like they were enjoying it. So yeah, I don't know. If you wanna go look it up, and you can do that and try it, but I prefer the plain cheese like this because it doesn't have strong flavors. Now we just loosen the bottom. I don't want to leave it in the small bottom pan because when you're cutting it, we might actually scratch it. So I prefer to lift it and then put it in a plate, or if I'm giving it to somebody or selling it to somebody, then I put it on the board and then it works that way. But now we just cut it, our slice, and then we're going to put any topping that you like. Some people prefer the berries. I prefer caramel, and I know my husband prefers the plain one like this. He says, what is that nonsense on top of my cheesecake? But actually my first cheesecake that I ate had caramel in it, so that's how I prefer to eat it. And look at that, it is gorgeous. It is ready. Now we just enjoy our cheesecake with our favorite topping, and that's it. That's all you need to do. So I made this caramel at home. I'm gonna do a video soon on how to do the caramel at home, and yeah, it's nice. You can also buy the caramel and just put it in the microwave and make it soft and then pour it on top of your cheesecake. It's also fine, or you can just spread it on top of your cheesecake and then enjoy it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.